Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Trial by Error Variety Show Podcast. The podcast bringing you a bunch of stuff. I don't know. I mean, here's a Blink-182 song, for Christ's sake. Completely irrelevant to what we're going to talk about. Sorta. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're talking to, I'm just going to go ahead and say, a lifelong friend of mine, Kevin Martinez. Kevin Marcos, as his stage name would be pronounced eventually later on in life. This may make sense later, but for now, enjoy the show. What's up, Kmart? What you been up to, man?
Excuse the squeaky chair for...
Yeah. We'll excuse it.
I will try to sit as still as I possibly can.
Okay. All right. Just make sure that, you're buzzing on the inside. I'm sure you are, because actually, if you go watch the Instagram feed that I put out, there is a video of Kevin and I eating some of the hottest sauce.
That was fun. That was freaking awesome.
It was a personal challenge. We really didn't do it for publicity. I really just wanted to I was hankering for some spice, and I got some new sauces in the mail. I got the Blair's Death Sauce, the Ultra, which was literally the hottest thing I've ever had.
Dude, when you said that your face went numb,
yeah.
When I looked at myself, my forehead and my eyes were starting to water.
Yeah.
And then the roof of my mouth was just completely numb.
Yeah, isn't that strange?
And then I tried talking to you. I was like, "Hey, get some ice in the cup." I told you to get the cup in the cup.
Yeah, it really is. It messes me up, man.
Messes you up, man.
I'm literally just now getting the function back on my lips.
Oh man, that was awesome.
So here we are. Here we sit.
Welcome to my humble home.
Yeah, you have a beautiful studio that you've crafted all on your own. And, I mean, it's gorgeous. I'm going to post a picture up of it on our Instagram. You can go check it out. I'll post several pictures up, actually.
Yeah, that's a little side gig I've started. You can reach me at acousticpanelingsolutions@gmail.com.
Hey, there's going to be a place to plug yourself.
So.
All right? You calm down. All right? That's at the end. Don't start plugging yourself right now. Let me talk about it.
Edit
okay?
that shit out.
No,
right, how about
I'm not going to edit it out. I'm going to let everybody know how you're just constantly trying to plug shit. Look, here's the deal. Everything in this place looks like professional as hell. It's like the feng shui of it and the placement. You have room to move in here. You've got a beautiful desk set up. You've got instruments on the wall. Like, they're not on stands. They're beautifully mounted into studs in the wall.
Hey, buddy.
Who's this drum head signed? These drum heads over here. Who are they signed by? You got the Matt Gilman Band.
Matt Gilmore Band.
Gilmore.
That is the Matt Gilmore Band, son of David Gilmore. We got a chance to play with him at the Amp Room, actually twice. That was with Three Beards, and the first time actually meeting the guy was pretty cool because we were the headliner, and they were opening up for us, and I was like, whoa, what's going on here? How are they opening up for us? We should be, opening up for them.
Yeah.
But so that was really cool. And then the second show we did it opposite.
Well, how'd it come though? I mean, how'd it come out? Like, were you riding that energy and coming in strong? And okay.
Oh yeah, right. Dude, it was a great show. That was when I was playing drums with Three Beards.
We'll just dive right into that. So, for a long time, it was like, it was going strong there. I was keeping up, and I noticed, there were some videos coming out, and there was, the White. You guys went to the White House and played, or not the White House.
We played the Veterans Inaugural Ball.
The Veterans Inaugural Ball in
It was
DC.
an inauguration night for the veterans. It was I felt like I was giving back because, they were there. They've been through, so much more than people even hear, these days, that their stories, are a lot of times are kept to themselves.
Well, they're pretty traumatic.
So
pretty traumatic. And fall on people who really don't ruin their day. Most people.
Yeah, for sure, man. So we got a chance to play that event, and I actually played the bass for that show, streamed in front of quite a few.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty big deal, pretty cool deal.
Yeah, it was fun, and then we moved on, and I later took the seat on drums again, and we did a couple more events, the Spartan Alliance, Soldiers Angels, and got to still work in the veteran community and stuff. So it's pretty cool. We did a music video called Tattoo, and let's see, we recorded at the Bubble in Austin, Texas, with Frenchie, Chris John Smith.
The Bubble.
Yeah, the Bubble recording studio in Austin.
Sounds fun.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. Frenchie recorded the Toadies there.
Cool.
And
which
so
album?
that kind of came full circle.
Mm-hmm.
Play rock music.
Okay.
If I'm pronouncing it right. They did two albums. They recorded Jet's original album.
Okay.
Their first debut, Jet.
Yeah. Don't tell me.
Are you gonna be my girl?
Come on, you gotta be my girl. And there's the other one, right? It's got bitch in it or something like that.
A cold hard bitch.
Cold hard bitch, just a kiss on the lips. That was all I need.
Yeah,
and I was. Yeah. I remember Jet.
Oh yeah. So
Jet.
So come full circle. Around back to that, it was pretty unique, because I remember when $50 Dynasty opened up for Toadies. Do you remember that show?
You remember do actually.
They played at Joe Sabi's in Helotes, Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and that's actually the same place where I met Three Beards.
Nice.
I was doing a Wounded Warrior event, just bringing in a bunch of people to rock out and barbecue and drink some beer and socialize and listen to some bands, and I ended up loaning them my acoustic guitar, because their guitars that they had, something failed, and I ran their sound as well. But come full circle, seeing them, seeing $50 Dynasty open up for the Toadies, seeing my buddies up there, that was like a highlight for me, because here I was, growing up with these guys from Bandera, and having Archer Finley, who plays the bass for Dynasty. He was my guitarist for 5-6 years with J.D. Lansford and Barry Wickham. Mm-hmm. J.D. on vocals and Barry on the bass, and Archer GMA on the guitar on the lead.
GMA, greatest man alive.
Greatest man alive. That's it. And then I played the pots and pans. So it all came full circle. Especially because going to Austin and recording at the Bubble,
mm-hmm.
Where this great music has
like a
been
stepping
produced
stone
and stuff. So
yeah, for a lot of people.
Yeah, it was really cool how things just kind of came around, and that's actually how we got to play with Matt Gilmore, because he records over there at the Bubble as well,
mm-hmm.
and so he lives. They're all from Austin, so. Yeah, so that was 2018 and stuff. So I was in the band for 3 years, and then we kind of.
And then what happened?
Well, and then basically, I was just having a busy life, so we had to make a decision. So I continued my music elsewhere, and that's where I am here today.
So you've dropped. There's no Bad Blood.
Oh no. There's no bad blood. I still, we still talk. I still talk to Ian. Ian, he was the lead guitarist, man. That dude can shred. That dude can shred.
I only ask because I know for a while there you were, you felt.
I was quiet.
You felt hurt. You felt like hurt.
Because
the transition.
when you give a lot of your time and effort into something, to a project,
you put a lot into it. Yeah, traveling and
we
hours
went
and hours of
to California. We played a show in L.A. in support of No Greater Love, Not a War Story. Mm-hmm. Those were films that events that we played and stuff, and when you put a lot of time and effort into those things, leaving a group, it doesn't have to be a pause or you're kind of saying your goodbyes or anything. But when you leave something that you've put a mark on, you know, because we recorded, you know, several songs and stuff onto the album, which is currently on Spotify. We have 3 songs on there that I play drums on.
All right, so this was the part of the show where I was going to splice in some Three Beards, and I decided that would be dumb, seeing as how this is Kevin Marcos' very first sort of showcase, you know? So I wanted to maybe open it up with one of his oldest tracks. He said he had been working on this one for about 12 years, so it's called Maxed Out, and not really working on it. I guess it just sort of been in his archives, so here it is, like, for the first time out in public. It's called Maxed Out. Enjoy. All right, so I don't normally do this where I take notes of talking points. I normally just, play catch up. But there's a lot of things that you wanted to talk about, seeing as how this is kind of your first airing out of your materials. You were telling me this is kind of your first opportunity to be a solo artist, not the drummer of a band sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, you as soon as you found out you wanted to be on here, you were like, dude, I got notes. I've been taking notes. Like, I got a piece of paper. I've been taking notes.
I got my pizza. I got my backpack.
I've been writing. I've been improving my handwriting skills.
1, 2, 3, maybe.
Exactly. So let's make sure. I want to touch on all those things.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna look at those notes. Right?
No, look
I'm not
at
even
them.
gonna look at.
I want to touch on everything on that piece of paper because I know we're gonna get to other shit. So
all right, so I've been playing drums since.
What was one of the first bands you started out in? What was that band called?
That was with you, actually.
I think that was okay. So
I was with Bentwood.
I had just started playing bass.
That was like 2000.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was 2000.
2001.
Jesus Christ, almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. We played at the cabaret.
Yeah,
the cabaret. We played at a cabaret in Bandera. That was actually my first live.
Did you have 2 practices before that show?
It was something like
that.
Like
1 or 2 practices.
We just basically were like, this is the stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, you play the drums? Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's go. And the rest is history, So,
we were doing some Blink-182 covers, some Green Day covers.
Yeah. We did, I want to say we did...
Bentwood. One word. Look it up on Spotify. We got 50,000 monthly streamers.
Gosh, so
doing some Blink-182 covers.
I don't even, to this
we did an
day,
Eagle Eye Cherry
to this
cover.
Day, I was using my my cousin's drum set for a while. Matt Phipps. I never had my own drums until well into after pretty much, I guess, right into high school, I guess, when I can afford it and work a summer job, buy myself some drums. I was always using other people's drums. So shout out to all the people and friends that let me use their drums.
They're not listening.
Oh, I know. I know. My cousin David, actually, he was a ska punk rock drummer, and man, I was always so fascinated with how fast he was. Mm-hmm. Just like these blast beats.
Yeah, when you start out on punk and ska, like you can only go backwards. You know what I mean? Like
to this day, like I said, I'm still taking drum lessons. I mean, I just took a drum lesson like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I'm still learning.
So many different styles, right?
I went through jazz band, and I was in, I was in drumline, in high school, my senior year. I played in jazz band. That was super fun, man. It was super cool. Shout out.
Yeah.
All the band nerds out there.
Yeah.
that were in jazz band. It's cool, man. You learned a lot of material fundamentals, and you learn, and you get to kind of expand and open your horizons when you're going through that creative process to make music, of your own. So drums were not only the heartbeat of where I, was kind of going towards, but I learned on the harmonica when I was probably like 9 years old. I remember playing it in the back seat of my car with my parents, driving around, and we're driving from state to state, and
Your
I had a
parents
cassette.
let you have a harmonica from state to state?
Dude. I had a
tolerant
tape player. I had a cassette tape player with a book that I could follow along and play "Oh Susanna" from start to finish.
Oh my God. State to state with "Oh Susanna."
and then come Christmas time, I was playing Silent Night.
Wow.
Yeah, so
your parents loved you and believed in you, dude. I don't know that my parents would have tolerated
it's so
that.
funny. It's so funny, when we talk about our kids, showing them off and stuff. I used to always hate it. My dad would be like, "Play it, come on, show them what you've been learning."
Yeah.
And I'm just, put in the spotlight. I'm just like, I have no idea where I am or who these people are, and you want me to play "Oh Susanna"?
No, my son can play the shit out of "Oh Susanna." Play it, Kevin.
I know.
Kevin, play it. Damn it, play it.
Exactly.
You played it for 15 hours.
Pull it out
of
my pocket. Pull it out of my out of the way.
You pick that harmonica up right now, boy. So help me God.
No,
he can play. Okay, play Silent Night.
Even though I don't remember it, but I probably threw that thing across the grass one day. Just playing instruments and stuff. There is some frustration, learning a new instrument.
That's why most people give it up.
I would tell you. The one instrument that I do want to learn how to play, I want to learn how to play the fiddle and the strings and kind of get into that world, the orchestral world and
strings and bows.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's the
cinematic. As frustrating as it is, it seems very therapeutic to master something like violin or.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So out of all the instruments that I've played, I've really begun to try to add fundamentals and music theory to playing guitar. It's been a struggle for me because I was never a guitarist ever. I've never been in a band as a guitarist. But the songs I'm releasing for the first time are songs that I've done, on my own in the past, over the past, 12, 15 years that I have been, kind of fiddling around with things. And if I'm trying to be creative and go through this creative process, I really try to refrain from trying to play the same thing twice. I'm going to go into another tuning, or I'm going to try a different placement. So I've only been recording my own music for the past 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
The rest has been on, the phone. Whenever these smartphones came out, they got the mic on the phone. It's awesome. It's awesome for an acoustic player. Not really that good for a drummer.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So that practice
drums.
time is set in stone. It's not recorded all the time. We never had the luxury of going into a studio and just playing for 12 hours a day. It was either, hey, we had to have money, and this is, the certain songs that we're doing, and that's it. So all that practice comes to now. That right there is new for me. So like I enjoy, having my drum set up and just being able to practice. But now I can actually record myself rehearsing and then listen back to it, because that's where you learn and stuff. And you may be reading a book and learning different rudiment or something, and then you play it, and then you listen to the playback and you're just like, whoa. Wait a second. Okay, let me slow it down.
Sounds very different in the moment. You're really operating on feel in the moment, and when you sit back and you rewind it, you see exactly where you were off.
That's it. So like when playing a show, the show should be freaking
you only get that
full
one
of fun.
chance.
You get you play the show with feeling, and you've been practicing that song 100 times, and then it's like it's showtime, and when that moment comes, you're not really relying on what am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? You're relying on that muscle memory.
But it's impressive though, because if one person, especially the drummer, gets too excited, and takes it a little too, everything about that song changes, some bands won't stop it. And you're like, damn, they're playing a crazy version of this song, because the lead singer, like, the drummers threatened to quit too many times, and like, he's like, we can't do it now. And
we'll find another drummer.
It used to happen when I played with Monochrome. Cheech would get too excited and scream everything. His songs were, when we recorded them, they were very soft and delicate, and it was all very lyrically driven. And when he got on stage, he just got too excited, and everything was like Kurt Cobain on top. It was just really, I don't know. I think I don't think it was nerves. I really just think he was really sensitive to the live part of it. Because recording it, he was like you, very meticulous, very perfect. And live, it kind of like, if any of the energy was just a little too high, man, he was fucking off.
Yeah.
The love song sounded like he was screaming.
I've felt the jitters in the hands, man. Like, it's a normal feeling. Like, I say it's a normal feeling because when you go perform in front of people for the first time for someone that you don't know, you're like, man, I'm either going to make an impression with these people or they're going to think I'm a clown. You know, it's either going to be good or it's going to be bad, or it's going to be like, you can treat it as a learning experience or whatever. Because I played plenty of party shows.
I just touched my eye.
Dude, is your eye burning?
Yeah, but I've already washed it with
Holy
soap,
cow, dude.
and it's still. Oh my god.
Yeah, so
I touched it with the side of my finger just to be safe.
Yeah.
And I must have had some on it, dude. And my eye is on fire.
oh my gosh, dude.
All right, keep going. What were we talking about? Clowns?
Yeah, dude. So the jitters, man, the jitters, like I still get the jitters today.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was feeling all jittery like before this. I knew you were coming over and stuff. Since I've been prepping.
Yeah.
I've been preparing my music. Then I just actually released 2 songs on Reverb Nation, and I created a Facebook fan page, or it's like a profile music band page or whatever. It's based off of my original Facebook profile.
Well, what Reverb does is it takes all of like your social media and then adds it up and then counts those as potential fans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
That's still pretty cool.
It is very cool. Very cool.
It's a cool platform. I did it on SoundCloud as well.
Mm-hmm.
Southern Composure was a song I wrote after being gone from home for quite some time, and that feeling of looking out, up at the sky and having your friends and your loved ones next to you with a bonfire going, and that serenity feeling, but also a sense of being away. I was really, really homesick, and I was like, man, I don't know how much longer I'm going to really be here, because I had to go through a couple surgeries and stuff while I was in Virginia. I actually wrote that song in my hotel room. I bought a guitar because I was super bored. I was like, man, I can't. It's going to cost way too much money to drive home or fly home, or whatever. By the time I can just go down the street and go get a guitar. So I got an acoustic, started writing this song, and started layering the acoustic guitar on this melody, and that's where I have Southern Composure. Just a test. Barry actually put bass on this song with me. He's like, remember the old days we used to play Need for Speed Midnight Club? He's like, all right, listen to that song and picture yourself freaking going 100 miles an hour, dude. And I was like, yeah, I see it, man. Like, I get that feeling. It was the energy. Because, like, the song, I want to bring that same energy that you hearing through the solo, back to the front. Bring it up in your face and stuff. So a lot of the songs I do are a lot of instrumental. I write lyrics as well. I've got a lyric book. I just have not gotten to that next process of actually being able to sing and play the songs that I play.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like...
It's kind of one or the other.
Well, there are songs that I can play and sing, right? But when you really want to showcase a song in its true form, in its true color, you really want to try to put those layers together and really see the end picture of the song. They sometimes put you in a serious like emotional state of mind, especially after putting so much energy for 6-8 hours and then finally just being able to listen to that playback at the very end. It's like a weight is lifted off of your shoulder.
Yeah, so in reference to Just a Test, you can find that in our show notes on Reverb Nation. But I wanted to show you guys sort of the layering and the amount of detail that he puts into the layering with this song here. It's called Beyond This World. And I just thought it was a really good example of more of his masterful work, so to speak. So, yeah, here you go.
I think artists, musicians, in they have super highs and super lows.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Music is emotional manipulation. They're all designed to make you feel or do something. Whether it's love somebody or be thankful for something or protest something. It's all designed, whether it's meant to be or not, just to move you, Whether it's meant to invoke that particular emotion. Yeah. It is meant to move you in some way, shape, or form. So I think it's really what happens when it becomes a collective decision to make it a certain song, make it a protest song, or make it a commercial, or, a theme song or whatever. I think that might particularly change the value of that song. Yeah. And maybe take it to different audiences and make it mean different things.
Oh, yeah. But, so a lot of, like my songs, like I can show you an acoustic song and then I can show you a super, charged song, and then I can show you this one that I really hold on to and I really put a lot of thought into. Mm-hmm. And like when you listen to them all play back, back to back to back, they sound like totally different people. Yeah. I know, but you wouldn't know that this came from the same artist. Yeah. That's kind of where I am right now. I'm not trying to focus on any particular genre or anything like that. I'm kind of just playing the music that I feel.
Yeah, have you ever thought about writing for video games or movies and stuff like that?
That'd be so cool.
I gotta find that database, man. It's out there. Maybe I'll include it in the show notes if I find it. But you put it in this database, and then you just continue to build a presence. So you have 2 things right now, and you just continue to add to that profile,
For sure.
Well, shit, man. Let's wrap this up. I'm going to send everybody your way via show notes and put some music in here. And
rock and roll.
Yeah. Well, it's good, man. It's good cracking your shell and tasting your yolk. Yeah. Got to lick that yolk.
I think you're referring to the hot wings.
Yeah. No, it was definitely your yolk I was tasting. Anyway, it's good catching up with you, man. Yeah, man. Love you, brother. As always.
As always, bro.
And
thank you.
Yeah. All right. So basically, wanted to introduce you guys to Kevin. All of this stuff is really sort of first draft. I mean, he has really nothing set in stone yet. All of this is really just his first adventure on his own. So I really hope that something generates from this. You guys go check out his stuff. Like I said, all the links are in the show notes. Multiple facets, multiple ways to get a hold of him. He's currently looking for a band. So, reach out to him. And let him know if he fits in your life. He's in the San Antonio area. He's got an amazing little studio space that he's set up. He's extremely into perfection of sound, you guys. So if you do decide to use him to record or record with him, it's quality. Like I can't vouch for this guy enough, He's just always been one of my favorite drummers, one of my favorite musicians. And there was so much more of this conversation that I really could have included and didn't want to. I really wanted to make it all about the music. I think that's what he would want too. I don't know. He's probably on edge right now. I've been sitting on this interview for 2 weeks wondering where I'm going to take it, because we ate hot wings before this and we were just all over the map. I got a little too baked. He was very sober and nervous, being that it was his first interview, and it came out really funny. So those of you who stuck around, you definitely got to know just a tiny bit of Kmart. Anybody that knows him knows we probably talked for another 2 hours. What you get is what you got, you guys. I'm going to close out with one song that he recorded with Mike Froge from Black Label Society. It's a pretty big deal. He was super excited about it. And the song is called Company. And that's it, guys. Until next time, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And follow the golden rule.